there's certain groups like Falun Gong, religious dissidents. The Muslim population in China is also targeted. Certain organs are very lucrative. Eyes, lungs, kidneys, I mean, just everything. There's a big market for them, just like there are for babies, right? Independent accounts from journalists and others have shown that people go into these they're military prisons run by the People's Liberation Army, and they never come out again, but their organs. This one reporter got as far as talking to the guys who would drive the truck in and out with the refrigerator van that took the organs out. It's just kind of the epitome of our culture where everything is for sale, right? Everything has a dollar sign, and that's the bottom line of humanity. Yeah, there's a shopping list. It's like there's a quota. The same is true we found in Catholic orphanages in British Columbia. We documented this from women who'd been in them. The Catholic Church gets a quota every month from adoption agencies of the number of babies they need. And so they then go to young Catholic girls who get pregnant. And the priest and a doctor who works for the church shows up and says, you know, we could raise your baby better. This is when the girl is still pregnant. They say, you know, it's going to be shameful for you. Just give the baby to us and we'll raise it. Boom. You know, of course they're against abortion because it cuts into their profit margins. They traffic these babies, right? You know, it's this whole pro-life nonsense, right? It's just... There's even a thing in Vancouver hospitals called the BFA protocol, Baby for Adoption. And if you're on the BFA protocol, the mother is given special drugs to keep her tranquilized. She's given lactation suppressants, things to keep her disoriented and doubting. They put her in front of a TV and give her videos about how the church is a better parent than you are. Total brainwashing, so they relinquish their baby. They're not even allowed to hold the baby after birth. They're just whisked away to whoever, right? And it's a big child trafficking industry, right? And the Catholic Church is one of the biggest, criminal elements in this whole thing, right? Present Pope Francis, Jorge Bergoglio, he won his spurs in the church by doing that in Argentina. He would traffic children of political prisoners during the dirty wars. He was good friends with the military junta. He was one of their public relations guys. They killed over 30,000 of their citizens in their prisons in the late 70s and 80s. Bergoglio went from being a priest to the head of the whole Jesuit order in Argentina in 12 years. Because he was trafficking children out of the main cathedral in the Plaza de Mayo in Buenos Aires. And we've had nuns and priests coming forward describing that. They made hundreds of millions of dollars out of this. It's ongoing. And when you're talking about the present Vatican Crown connection, it's, like I mentioned, it's a huge business. And it's got a lot of funding with some of the major banks, the same banks like HSBC, JP Morgan, Chase Manhattan. They do a lot of the money laundering for the drug cartels. HSBC got fined $1.9 billion for trafficking Mexican cartel money. Slap on the wrist for them, right? But these same banks, they underwrite the human trafficking as well. It all goes back to Rome. It goes back to these big banks.